Hey, so I'm getting ready to post this video about Hemingway. Now relax. He's fine. 13 years old, but he's doing fine. But it's been an interesting week. We started with last Sunday. My son came up for my birthday, and Hemingway was getting off the boat, fell off the ramp in the water. He was floating fine. It was slack tide here, so we brought him around the back, and my son and I flipped him back on the swim platform, and everything was fine. This whole thing started, though, back down in the Bahamas, where his face swelled up on one side. You can see in this picture. Turned out that what the vet in the Bahamas thought it was possibly an abscess tooth, so he gave us some antibiotics. Everything was fine for about 3 months. Started again. We stopped to another vet. That vet did agree that it was probably an abscess tooth that had to come out. After a bunch of tests and a bunch of things, she finally told us, gee, I can't do this because Hemingway has problems with seizures under ketamine. We have a vet down in Brunswick that uses another cocktail to be able to sedate him. So we planned on taking him, mind you, this is the same week that he fell in the water, down to Brunswick. We're going to spend 2 days down in Brunswick and have this done. So we show up the first night in Brunswick. Next morning he's scheduled for surgery. We sit there, go out to dinner. I come back home to the hotel room. Linda looks and goes, there's blood on the floor. Lo and behold, long story short, we had to clean up a whole bunch of blood later that night at 1 o'clock in the morning because we had to take Hemingway down to Ferrandina to a 24-hour vet down there because he broke one of his nails completely off. We suspect that happened on the dock here at the marina. I'll show you a picture of what that looks like. So, got that all bandaged up, got back, cleaned the room up, went, had the surgery done. Everything went fine with the surgery. Got back home, got some takeout pizza, having a good old time. Hemingway's pretty much all looted out, sleeps through most of the night. Linda gets up about 4:30 in the morning to take him out, comes back in, 5 o'clock in the morning he's got to go out again. I take him out and he's really anxious. He has to keep on peeing, and we realize that there's blood in his urine. So, get back to the vet at 7:30 in the morning, take him in there. The vet sits there and does a bunch of tests on him and decides he has a urinary tract infection. So, we got a bunch of antibiotics for the urinary tract infection. To add one more thing to this whole insult to injury insane week, as we're leaving the vet's premises and get on Route 17, a divided highway, there is a car coming directly at us that's driving the wrong way down the highway. Luckily, he realized it and got over to the side of the road and pulled off into a gas station or something and turned around. But it was just kind of the last thing in a perfect week. At any rate, a couple days later now, looks like the urinary tract infection subsided. There's no more blood in his urine. The swelling is going down on his face, and he's kind of doing fine. But wow, what a week. Oh yeah, I also forgot to mention that he had an ear infection and a growth removed on his chest. Poor guy.